Let's focus on the LNG price picture. As per news reports, workers at the Chevron Wheatstone Gorgon LNG plants are set to go on a limited strike, as a result of which there could be some impact on the LNG prices and developments in India itself. Sonal joins in. Sonal, we were talking about complex names in the pharmaceutical space, but seems like that factory has another complex name.
Well, oil and gas and pharmaceuticals, two sectors where you will see a lot of complex names. But be that as it may, for LNG prices, there is an update. ICICI Securities has written a note that these are two major terminals or complexes where LNG is supplied. So these two are the places where there has been a workers' strike for a limited period. And this is something which could impact the exports of LNG globally as well. As per estimates, it could be as much as 88 mmscmd, and together this represents 5% of global LNG liquefaction capacity. Now that's a big amount, and this stoppage can create impact on the LNG supply chain across the globe and on GAIL as well, because GAIL gets around 1.44 million tons of LNG on a long-term contract from the Gorgon terminal, which is one of the terminals where strike has come about. Barring this event, ICICI Securities says that an operational environment remains fairly comfortable for LNG prices. But yes, this could dampen the supply in the limited term. Demand-supply balance across the oil and gas sector is suggesting a narrow but rising trends in oil and gas prices in the next 12 months. So that is something that we'll be tracking closely, because they've come off the highs but still are on a rising trend. Now, what could the impact be on the Indian gas sector, and especially stocks like GAIL and the city gas distribution companies? ICICI Securities says that this temporary strike could create supply constraints in the near term for LNG. And if LNG prices rise, this would negatively impact GAIL and city gas distribution companies, because they do not have pricing power right now. Any price escalation in LNG will have to be absorbed by the city gas distribution companies. If there's $1 per MMBTU increase in LNG prices, they'll have to see an impact of 3 rupees on their margins. It would mean that price hikes have to be taken, 4.5 rupees per kg for CNG, 3.2 rupees for the piped gas that we get in our homes. And that is something that they can actually not pass on, taking a margin hit. For GAIL, the petchem segment, which has been undergoing some losses, will continue to see losses because gas is a big raw material for them. So yes, if this temporary phenomenon becomes elongated, it could negatively impact gas players in the country.
Okay. All right, Sonal. Thanks very much for joining in and giving us that perspective. Well, we need to take a short break.